that we are analyzing the social media footages and reports which can be unverified at times, and we analyze these social media reports which can be unverified at times purely from the educational and documentary point of view, strongly adhering to the YouTube community guidelines. This is the breaking news that Iran's military spokesperson says armed forces will fight until complete victory. Iran says that we will fight until we achieve complete victory. Yesterday, President Trump has had said that the talks are going on regarding the ceasefire, and negotiations are going on to end this war between Iran and America. And President Trump hoped that there would be a positive outcome in these talks, and but Iranian spokesperson replied to the President Trump and said that there are no talks going on between US and America, and he said that President Trump is lying, and he said that the Strait of Hormuz will remain closed for America and Israel and their allies. And he further said that we will fight, and we will fight until we achieve complete victory. This was the news and the breaking news that Iranian military spokesperson says that our armed forces will fight until we achieve complete victory. Let's see some more news. And Iran has stopped gas exports to Turkey, and the Turkish president is saying that the war is being escalated to a dangerous level, and he calls out for negotiations and says that this war should now end, and both of parties should now decide and negotiate to end this war. The president of Turkey, Tayyip Erdogan, says that this war should end now, and he calls for the both parties to end this war now. Report says energy-related buildings in Iran, Isfahan, and Khorramshahr targeted. This is Al Jazeera breaking news that reports are coming that energy-related buildings are targeted in Iran's Isfahan and Khorramshahr targeted. Israeli military says more missiles have been launched from Iran towards Israeli territory, and air defense systems are operating to intercept these. Kuwait reports power outages, falling damage to transmission lines, and President of Turkey says that this war should end by now, as this war is getting too much costly for the global world as well. And these are the visuals. Let's look at these visuals. These are reportedly the visuals, and which shows that Iran has dug tunnels and sealed entrances, and these are reportedly where Iran buried their enriched uranium. And Iran has reportedly 60% of the enriched uranium, and they have dug tunnels in Iran has nuclear sites in Fordo and Natanz and Isfahan, and Iran has dug tunnels and sealed their entrances, and Iran has hide its highly enriched uranium. Iran has achieved reportedly, allegedly, 60% of the uranium enrichment, and their 60% uranium enrichment, they have hidden this highly enriched uranium in the underground tunnels they have dug, and they have these tunnel entrances, which we are showing you on these in this video, and they have dug these tunnels, and they have hidden their highly enriched uranium, 60% enriched uranium, in these tunnels, and they have sealed these entrances of they have sealed these entrances of these tunnels. And what this means is that the 60% highly enriched uranium which Iran has is now under many kilometers under the surface of the earth, and in the tunnels, and the entrances of the tunnels have been closed, and it is difficult for even bunker buster bombs to reach at that point as well. So it is the highly enriched uranium is kind of safe with Iran now, and even bunker buster bombs cannot even reach at that points. And so this leaves the US with the only option, with the boots on ground and their troops on ground, if they want to get this highly enriched uranium out of Iran and out of the control of Iranian Islamic regime. Let's show you these visuals again, and Iran has let's summarize this video for you again, that Iran has dug underground tunnels many kilometers below the surface of the earth, and these tunnels in these tunnels they have these are the tunnel entrances. Look at those tunnel entrances. These are the tunnel entrances being marked. Iran has dug the tunnels and these tunnel entrances, and they have these tunnel entrances, and they have dug these tunnels many kilometers below the surface of the earth, and they have hidden their highly enriched uranium, which is a 60% enrichment of uranium. They have hidden their 60% enriched uranium in these tunnels, which are then closed. The entrances of the tunnels are closed, and so enriched uranium is many kilometers below the surface of the earth. So it is like very difficult for now US to take out this highly enriched uranium, because not even bunker buster bombs can reach at that depth. So it is now difficult for US to get it. The only way to get for US to get to this highly enriched uranium is by having troops on ground, and that is a difficult thing to have troops on ground. The US, as it is very costly. The ground invasion would be very costly, as Iran has a very strong IRGC and other armies as well. The IRGC is 0.9 million strong, approximately 1 million strong, and they have they know, they have studied the tactics as they have studied the tactics, as the foreign minister Agachi says, that they have studied how the US was defeated in Vietnam and in Afghanistan, and so they would certainly be preparing for guerrilla warfare, and so having the troops on ground by US wouldn't be easy to get successful, and because the dynamics and the situation in the Iran is difficult, as it is surrounded by many mountains. So it would be very difficult for US to have its presence here, and US might not meet with much success here, and so having troops on ground would be very costly for US, and even if they get success and they get to establish their bases in here in Iran, even then it would be very costly in terms of finances to maintain this army and to maintain the favorable situation for US in the Iran. So let's jump back and show you some visuals again, and we are showing you the visuals, and with the visuals the story is that Iran has highly enriched uranium, which is 60%. Please do subscribe the channel and like the video as well. Please do subscribe the channel and like the video as well, and do comment your thoughts as well. We are showing you the visuals which tells us that Iran has dug underground tunnels that are many kilometers below the surface of the earth, and they have hidden their highly enriched uranium, which is a 60% enriched uranium. They have hidden their underground in these tunnels, and with these underground tunnels, the entrances of the tunnels are closed, and it is very difficult for now US to get this highly enriched uranium, get this enriched uranium destroyed, or to take this uranium out of Iran. Even bunker buster bombs cannot penetrate at that much depth. So it is very difficult for the US to take this uranium out of Iran. Even bunker buster bombs cannot penetrate at that much depth. So Iranian uranium is kind of safe there, many kilometers below the earth, and with these in these tunnels, and the entrances of these tunnels are closed and sealed. And the only way the US can get access to this uranium is by having troops on ground. Please do subscribe the channel and do like the video as well, and do share your thoughts in the comments. We are showing you the tunnels that where the highly enriched uranium could be located. Iran has reportedly 60% attained 60% uranium enrichment, and the enriched uranium is placed under in underground tunnels, which are dug in nearby the nuclear facilities, many kilometers under the ground, and in that specific locations and tunnels, the underground, the highly enriched uranium is placed and is safe there, according to Iranian perspectives. And the depth of the tunnels is many kilometers, and even bunker buster bombs can't even penetrate up to that depth. So it is very difficult for US to take out this uranium, or to bomb even the sites where the uranium is, and tunnels where the uranium is hidden. And so the only solution the US is left with is to have troops on ground to take out this highly enriched uranium. The only solution for US is to have troops on ground to take out this highly enriched uranium. And in having troops on ground is a difficult choice because of the terrain of Iran, and it is a very difficult choice because of the terrain of Iran, and it is very costly as well. And on the other hand, Iran has 1 million IRGC personnel, and they have others in many personnel in reserves as well, and they have other army beside IRGC as well. So it is very kind of difficult for US to have now the access to Iranian enriched uranium. Please do subscribe the channel, and do like the video as well, and share the video as well. Do share your thoughts in the comments, and do subscribe the channel as well. We are sharing you a major story here, that Iran has dug underground tunnels which are many kilometers below the surface of the earth. The purpose of these tunnels is to hide their highly enriched uranium, which is 60% enriched uranium, and they have dug these tunnels many kilometers below the surface of the earth to hide their uranium, and they have sealed the entrances of these tunnels as well. So the uranium is under these kilometers below, many kilometers below the surface of the earth. So the uranium is now kind of safe from Iranian perspective, and we are showing you the visuals of those tunnels in which the uranium can possibly be. It is difficult for the US to take out this uranium because it is many kilometers below the surface of the earth, and even bunker buster bombs cannot penetrate at that much depths. And moreover, the only solution left for US to get access to this uranium is only by having troops on ground, and the troops on ground is not yet on cards by US, and is not on cards by US, and the troops of ground is very difficult as well, because IRGC is 1 million strong, and Iran has a strong army other than IRGC as well, and they have reserve IRGC personnel as well. They know the guerrilla warfare as well, and the terrain is difficult for US and Israeli troops, because it is a mountainous region, and moreover the ground invasion would be very much costly, as to maintain the favorable environment and the forces, many $1 billion would be needed, and that would be very much costly for the US. The US has to think very wisely here if they want their troops on ground. What this brings us back to the story that and before going to that story, please do share this video as well, and do like the channel and subscribe the channel as well, and do like the video as well. What this brings us back to the story, that what can Iran do with this possibly 60% enriched uranium? It's not like only that only 100% enriched uranium is deadly or dangerous, and but yes, with 60% enriched uranium, one cannot make the nuclear bomb, or as only 60% enriched uranium, you cannot make the nuclear bombs with that needs 100% uranium enrichment. But 60% enriched uranium, it still has the radioactive capacity up to low levels, and not up to that levels which is like that of the nuclear bombs, and up to that of 100% enriched uranium, but it is deadly and poisonous. And if Iran, there are this uranium can be used by Iran as well. They can use this and mix this uranium with the other explosives, and they can use their Khorramshahr missiles, and they can use their Khyber missiles. They can use their Fatah missiles and Sajil missiles, and with these missiles, they can explode their missiles on above the skies of Israel and other countries, the Gulf countries, and where the US bases are in the Middle East. They can explode there in the skies of these countries, and the explosives would fall along with this 60% uranium enrichment. Then explosives would fall, and this would not cause the death of the people there and then with immediate effect, but it would seriously cause health disaster, and the water contamination and the food contamination, and serious diseases, skin diseases, and diseases like cancer, and people due to these adverse effects might start dying within a short span of time. So 60% uranium is dangerous as well. It is not dangerous as in the condition of that 100% enriched uranium, when that uranium can be used to make nuclear warheads. But 60% uranium can be used to make like that of to cause the radioactive rain, and that radioactive spillover can cause severe health effects, including cancers and many it can poison the water and the food contamination, so people may start dying due to those health effects as well. We are showing you the footages of the tunnels. Allegedly, these tunnels might be having the and 60% enriched uranium could have been placed by Iran here. These tunnels are many kilometers down the surface of the earth, and these entrances of these tunnels are closed, and it is believed that Iran has hidden its 60% uranium under in these tunnels several kilometers under the surface of the earth. And what happens now is that even bunker buster bombs cannot penetrate at that much depths, so it left US with the only solution is that they can have troops on ground to get this highly enriched uranium, and that troops on ground is not yet on cards by US, and it is very costly as well and risky because of the terrain and because of the forces which Iran has. So this was the developing story, and let's move to some more news now. These are missiles intercepted over Israeli skies. Look at these visuals where the missiles intercepted over Israeli skies. Iranian missiles intercepted over Israeli skies. Some missiles are being intercepted, and while others managed to make the impact. These barrage of Iranian missiles over the skies of Israel. Please do subscribe the channel as well, and like the video as well, and share your thoughts in the comments, and we will answer your questions as well. Please do ask questions. And look at these visuals. These are the latest visuals from today, and we are showing you these visuals of Iran war, and we are analyzing the social media footages and reports which can be unverified at times, and we analyze these visuals purely from educational and a documentary point of view, strongly following the YouTube community guidelines. Please do subscribe the channel and like the video as well, and do comment your thoughts as well. And as we are reading your comments, we will be responding to your comments as well. We are telling you the story that President Trump has said that the negotiations are being started between Iran and America for the ceasefire, and he says that President Trump says that he is hopeful that the ceasefire would come into effect, and he says that he is hopeful Iran is serious now, and Iran means business, and negotiations would be successful. This was the statement of President Trump, to which Iranian spokesperson replied. An Iranian spokesperson said that President Trump is clearly lying, and there are no talks of ceasefire going on, and there were no talks of ceasefire going on, and Iranian spokesperson said that we will fight till the victory. Iranian spokesperson said that President Trump is lying, no negotiations are going on, and we will fight till the victory. President Trump threatened Iran and Iranian regime that if within 48 hours Iran refused to open the Strait of Hormuz, President and the U.S. will bomb the powerhouses and power plants of Iran within 48 hours. And the deadline was later extended till Friday. So President Trump has given the ultimatum till Friday to Iran to open the Strait of Hormuz. But to open the Strait of Hormuz, but Iran has refused to open the Strait of Hormuz. Iran said that the Strait of Hormuz will remain closed for Iran, for U.S. and Israel and their allies, and it will remain open for any other country who wants to take their oil tankers, but they have to pay a $2 million per tanker fee to Iran as well for the passage of their oil tankers. So Iran is basically telling that they are not open the Strait of Hormuz, and they are not intimidated by the threats of US, and the Strait of Hormuz would remain closed. And Iran is saying that the Strait of Hormuz would remain closed, and we are not intimidated by the threats of US. So Iran is also getting $2 million for passing per tanker, for oil tanker, for passing through the Strait of Hormuz safely. And Iran is saying that Israel and US and their allies wouldn't be allowed to get their tankers, oil tankers, passed through to the Strait of Hormuz. And Iran said that they are not intimidated by US threats, and they will not open the Strait of Hormuz. So President Trump gave the deadline till this Friday, and after which, if Iran doesn't open the Strait of Hormuz, President Trump said that the US will bomb the power plants of Iran. These are the visuals from Tel Aviv when a Iranian drone struck the buildings. And this is Al Jazeera reporting these visuals. These are the visuals from Tel Aviv following a drone and a missile strike by Iran. Al Jazeera reporting these visuals. And these are visuals, latest visuals we are showing you as of today, and courtesy Al Jazeera News. And we are analyzing these social media reports purely from educational and documentary point of view, and Al Jazeera courtesy, and impacts of Iranian missiles and drones in Israel. Iranian drone has proven to be very effective in this war. Iranian drone, Shahed drone, costs only $20,000 to $30,000, and this $20,000 to $30,000 drone has taken out many huge targets, and these drone has taken out many huge targets, one of which is when the war started. An early warning drone system was radar system was taken out and destroyed by this $20,000 to $30,000 drone, and that early warning radar system was deployed in Qatar, and that early warning radar system was deployed in Qatar, and that was worth $1 billion. So $1 billion early warning radar system was taken out by a $20,000 drone. So this drone has proven to be very effective for Iran in this war. Please do subscribe the channel as well, and do like the videos, and do share your comments and thoughts, and do share this video as well. Please do subscribe the channel and like the video as well. Iran has the war has entered in its 25th day, and it's the 25th day that the Strait of Hormuz is closed. And U.S., despite trying hard and trying many times, has not achieved that much success in opening the Strait of Hormuz. Iran has closed the Strait of Hormuz since 25th day. And these are Iranian missiles attack intercepted over Tel Aviv as sirens go on. The Strait of Hormuz is in it's closed, and it's been 25 days that the Strait of Hormuz is being closed, and the prices of oil is getting higher and higher. And President Trump has said that if the Strait of Hormuz remains closed till Friday, the US will bomb the major power plants of Iran. And what that means is that the war will escalate to a whole new level. And what that means is that when the war escalates to a whole new level, is that when energy infrastructures and civilian infrastructures are being targeted, then the war escalates to a whole new level, because in retaliation to the strikes on the power plants, the oil facilities and the gas facilities in Iran will retaliate, as they have already said that they would also be striking the oil. They would be striking the power plants of the Gulf countries hosting the US bases, and of Israel as well. When Israel targeted the oil facility of Iran, Iranians targeted the oil facility of UAE in Fujairah. And a few days after that, when Israel and US targeted the gas facility, one of the major gas facilities of Iran, that is not only the largest in Iran, but one of the largest in the world as well, that accounts for 75% of gas supply and energy supply which Iran has. When that gas facility was targeted by Israel and US, Iran responded by striking the gas facility of the Qatar, and cutting the 17% of that gas supply, damaging the 17% of that gas facility. And it would take Qatar 5 years to build back that gas facility once the situation returns to normal. And now President Trump is threatening that if Iran fails to open the Strait of Hormuz and doesn't open the Strait of Hormuz by Friday, the US will be targeting the major power plants in and please do subscribe the channel and like the video as well. Please do share your thoughts in the comments as well. Please do subscribe the channel and like the video as well, and share your thoughts in the comments. What happens after that is that if if US attacks the power plants of Iran would definitely respond back by attacking the power plants of the Gulf countries and in Israel as well. And so that would mean what that means is that alongside the military targets, the civilian infrastructure is also the target. And what that means is that when the energy and the oil facilities are targeted, that means that would escalate the war to a new level. And the oil facilities being targeted, that would mean an increased demand and a low supply. That would mean the prices going high. And when the prices go high, that would be a global rise in the prices, and all of the global community and countries will be affected. And when the energy will be low, the price, when the production of energy will be low, the cost will be high. And so it would affect not only the countries that are fighting the war, but also the whole of the world, as every country needs gas and oil and for the industries to work. So when it would be like a domino effect, and when the prices of energy and oil goes up, certainly every commodity price will go up, and this would disrupt the transportation as well as the food and the circle, and every commodity price would go up. So that would affect the people around the globe as well, even of the countries who are not fighting as well. So that would have adverse effect and negative effect on whole of the world as well. So under this would escalate the if civilian infrastructures are targeted, it would escalate the war to a whole new level. So under this situation, the Turkish president Erdogan has said that the both sides should now restrain from fighting, and now both sides should get to tables and get to negotiations, and the war should now end and stop. It's now the 25th day in of this war. Please do subscribe the channel and like the video as well, and share your thoughts. We will respond to your comments as well. We are sharing you the visuals and providing you the analysis primarily from the documentary and educational point of view. These are today's visuals, latest visuals from today, when Iran used its missiles to target Israel. The war is in its 25th day, and despite these, both of the sides are attacking each other. Despite the news of negotiations going on, US says that negotiations are going on, to which Iran replied that no such negotiations are going on, and we will fight till the last drop of the blood, and we will fight till the victory. This was the Iranian spokesperson stance to President Trump, who says that negotiations are going on, to which Iranians replied that no negotiations are going on and we will fight till the victory. Now, after there is another breaking news now that Iran has appointed a new security chief, as the earlier security chief was assassinated by Israel and US in airstrikes. And the earlier security chief, Ali Larijani, was assassinated when he was visiting his daughter's house to meet him. He was assassinated along with his bodyguards in the airstrikes carried out by US and Israel. Ali Larijani was assassinated, and he was the security chief, and he was running all these war affairs. And after his assassination, now a new security chief has been appointed by Iran. New security chief has been appointed by Iran. New security chief has been appointed by Iran on after the assassination of the earlier security chief Ali Larijani, who was also very close advisor to the assassinated and late Supreme Leader, the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. These are visuals of when. Please do subscribe the channel and like the video as well. Do subscribe the channel and like the video as well, and share your comments and thoughts. And we are showing you the visuals when Iranian missiles are over the Israeli skies, and many of these missiles are intercepted, and few of them do manage to make an impact in Israel. These are the visuals which we are showing you. We are providing you the analysis as well. Let's show you some visuals. There is news that let's cover the story of highly enriched uranium which Iran has hidden in underground tunnels. These are the visuals which we are showing you, that Iran has 3 nuclear facilities: Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan, and Iran has dug tunnels that run many kilometers below the surface of Earth, deep below the surface of Earth, many kilometers, and it is believed that in these tunnels, Iran has hidden its 60% highly enriched uranium. Iran has attained 60% uranium enrichment, and Iran has hidden its 60% highly enriched uranium in these tunnels, and tunnel entrances can be seen, and entrances of these tunnels are then sealed. Entrances of these tunnels are then sealed. Look at these visuals. It is believed that Iran has hidden its highly enriched 60% enriched uranium in the underground tunnels many kilometers below the surface of the Earth. And Iran has hidden its uranium, and there and tunnels can be seen, and trucks and bulldozers can also be seen. The entrances of tunnels can be seen, which are closed now, and the tunnels run many kilometers below the surface of the Earth. And it is believed that Iran has hidden its uranium, highly enriched 60% uranium, in these tunnels. Which makes us to the story that how can now Israel and US can get access to this uranium, is that not even bunker buster bombs can reach up to that much depth. Not even bunker buster bombs can reach up to that depth, and not even bunker buster bombs can penetrate up to that kilometers of depth. So that leaves US with only option to have to access to this uranium. They should have boots on grounds, and to have boots on grounds is not yet on cards by US, and it would also be very difficult due to the terrain of Iran, and due to the the 1 million IRGC strong, and due to their guerrilla warfare and tactics, and also due to the terrain, and also that to sustain and maintain the ground forces of US, that would be very, very costly as well, causing the US would be spending billions of dollars to maintain this US troops on boots on ground. So the story is that Iran has hidden its uranium allegedly in these underground tunnels that run many kilometers below the surface of the Earth, and the entrances of these tunnels are closed. Look at these visuals: the tunnels, the bulldozers also, and the trucks. The tunnels are shown in these visuals. Missiles intercepted over Israel in pre-dawn barrage. And this is the latest visuals of today, when Iran fired a barrage of missiles towards Israel, and those missiles were some of those were intercepted while others managed to make impact. Look at those missiles and interceptors. When there's a bright flash, it means the interceptor has successfully intercepted incoming a missile. There's another bright flash. So many of the missiles get intercepted, while many also do manage to make impact. These are the latest visuals of we are showing you the visuals of Iran war, and We are analyzing these social media footages purely from documentary and educational point of view, strongly adhering to YouTube community guidelines. Please do subscribe the channel and like the video as well, and do share your thoughts in the comments as well. We will be reading your comments as well and responding to your questions. These are the visuals from today. These are the visuals from today. Anadolu English reply Anadolu English channel. These are the visuals from today when Iranian missiles and drones made impact in the buildings. Al Jazeera is reporting that drone footage shows damage to the Israeli infrastructure buildings when Iranian missiles made impact. Courtesy Al Jazeera News. Courtesy Al Jazeera News. We are analyzing social media footages purely from documentary and educational point of view. The footages can be unverified at times. We are showing you the visuals when Iranian missiles made impact in the buildings in Tel Aviv, Israel, and Al Jazeera is reporting this news. Al Jazeera. Now the situation is that on one side, US is saying that negotiations are going on between Iran and US, while the stance of Iran is that Iranian spokesperson had said that no such talks are going on, and Iranian spokesperson also said that no such talks are going on regarding negotiations, and and we will. And the Iranian spokesperson said that we will fight until we achieve a victory, and President Trump is lying, and no such negotiations are taking place. President Trump earlier warned that if Iran doesn't open the Strait of Hormuz till Friday, the US will be bombing the major power plants in Iran. Earlier, the US and Israel have also targeted the oil facilities in Iran and the gas facilities in Iran, to which Iran responded back by attacking. Sorry for that cough. To which Iran responded back by attacking the Fujairah UAE oil facility and the Haifa oil facility, and Qatar's gas facility as well. And it's very obvious that if US targets now the power plants of Iran after this Friday, and then obviously Iran would be attacking back the power plants of the Gulf countries and Israel as well. And the other news is that Iran has appointed new security chief after the earlier security chief Ali Larijani was assassinated by US-Israeli airstrikes while he was visiting his daughter. Iran has appointed a new security chief. Iran has appointed new security chief. Please do subscribe the channel and like the video as well, and share your comments and ask your questions. Yesterday there was news that UK said that they will be supplying the Gulf countries with the interceptor missiles. So that clearly tells that the Gulf countries are running low on interceptors, and there might be a possibility that the US and Israel might too also be running low on interceptors as well. On the other hand, there is equal chance that Iran is running low on missiles and drones as well. So why I'm telling you this equation is that this mathematical equation is very important, that any side who runs low on its ammunitions will be losing this war. If US and Israel run on their interceptors, then obviously Iran would have an edge over them, and Iran would be in better place for negotiations, and Iran would be striking them very hard. And on the other flip side, if Iran runs low on missiles and drones, then Israel and US would have an upper edge, and they also have air superiority over Iran as well, and they would be bombing Iran very hard, and Iran would be on the receiving end, and in that case, the negotiations would be US and Israel would be in better position to negotiate in that case. So we don't know up till now the situation, that whether Iran has how much missiles left and how much drones left, and we also don't know that whether Israel and US are low or interceptors, or they do have a high amount of stock behind. But the equation gets very important, that any side who has running low on interceptors and missiles would be on receiving end in this war, and would be getting would be getting damaged and destroyed. And UK, under this pretext, this announcement is important, that UK is saying that we are sending interceptor missiles towards. We are supplying the Gulf countries with the interceptor missiles. We are supplying, UK said that we are supplying the Gulf countries with interceptor missiles because Iran is using drones against the Gulf countries as well. We are analyzing these war footages, which can be unverified at times. We are analyzing these footages purely from educational and documentary point of view, strongly following the YouTube community guidelines. Please do share your thoughts, and please do comment and like the video and subscribe the channel as well. Do also tell that what do you think, that whether the Strait of Hormuz will remain closed, or will Iran open it after President Trump threatened Iran that if Iran doesn't open the Strait of Hormuz till Friday, the US will bomb the major power plants of Iran. To which Iran responded that we are not intimidated by the US threats, and we will not open the Strait of Hormuz. These are the visuals from today, latest visuals from today. We are showing you latest visuals from today, courtesy TRT World Channel. These are the latest visuals from today, when Iranian missiles and drones made an impact, causing direct hit on Tel Aviv. TRT World, courtesy visuals, unverified, courtesy TRT World. We are analyzing these visuals from educational and documentary point of view, strongly following YouTube community guidelines. These are the latest visuals from today, courtesy TRT World Channel, courtesy TRT World News. When Iranian barrage of missiles make impact in Israel. Please do subscribe the channel as well, and like the video and share your comments as well. The Strait of Hormuz is in its 25th day. The Strait of Hormuz war is in its 25th day, and the Strait of Hormuz is yet closed as well in the 25th day as well. the US has threatened that if by Friday Iran doesn't open the Strait of Hormuz, US will be bombing the power plants of Iran. And Iran said that they are not intimidated by US threats and they won't open the Strait of Hormuz. And Iran has also said that the Strait of Hormuz is open, but not for the US and Israel and their allies, and any other country who wants its oil tanker to pass through the Strait of Hormuz must pay $2 million per uh, tanker to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. So Iran is why. Let's discuss why Iran is successful up till now to open the Strait of Hormuz, to close the Strait of Hormuz, and why US has not met with much success. Regarding the Strait of Hormuz, despite the 22 countries have issued a joint statement saying that Iran must open the Strait of Hormuz, and if Iran doesn't open the Strait of Hormuz, these countries are ready for to take any action as well. And among those countries include Australia, among those countries include the UK and the Germany, the France, Canada, New Zealand, Japan as well. And the Strait of Hormuz is in a place. There is only in the Strait of Hormuz there is 3 to 4 kilometer of a passage where the only where from where the tankers pass, and in that path where there is the strait is narrow up till 3 to 4 kilometers wide only, and that passage is closed, and there is the Iranian coastline, and that coastline, the IRGC is there to attack with their rockets and their launchers any of the oil tanker which tries to pass through that passage. And moreover, Iranian fast speed boats attack any tanker which tries to pass through that Strait of Hormuz. And these speed boats are like kamikaze boats, which block any of the oil containers which try to pass through that Strait of Hormuz. Moreover, Iran also has ability to deploy mines in the Strait of Hormuz. This is the third tactic which they might be using to close the Strait of Hormuz. They also have drones, and they also have Iran. They also have drones, and they also have their shade drones and their missiles by which they can also take down any of the oil tanker which tries to pass through the Strait of Hormuz without Iranian consent. So these are the reasons why the Strait of Hormuz is yet closed, and US hasn't met with much success in opening off the Strait of Hormuz. Why the Strait of Hormuz is important? The Strait of Hormuz is important because 20% of the global oil supply passes through this strait. 20% of the global oil, that is too much. And that means many million barrels pass through this strait on daily basis. And when 20% of the oil supply is halted and disrupted, this would mean that the oil supplies would jump, and there would be a global price hike in oil and other commodities as well, and inflation and global inflation we'll see, and global price hikes as well. So that is why the US is stressing that the Strait of Hormuz must be opened by Friday, and if Iran doesn't open the Strait of Hormuz, the US will be bombing the power plants. If US does bomb the power plants of Iran by Friday, it will escalate the war to a whole new level. As previously, when US and Israel bombed the oil facility, Iran in retaliation bombed the oil facility of UAE, Fujairah oil facility. And when US and Israel bombed the gas facility of Iran, which was one of the biggest in the world as well, which accounts for 75% gas supply of Iran, energy supply of Iran. And Iran replied by hitting Qatar's gas facilities, destroying 17% of the gas facility, which Qatar would be now requiring 5 years to build that infrastructure. So when the power plants of Iran will be targeted by Israel and US, obviously it is obvious that Iran would be targeting and retaliating back and targeting the power plants of other countries as well, including Israel. So this would escalate the war to a whole new level. Please do subscribe the channel and like the video as well, and share your thoughts as well, and do subscribe the channel as well, and do share your thoughts as well, and do like the video as well. Now Iran has let's discuss Iranian missiles. Iran has four main missiles: the Khorramshahr missiles, which can carry up to 80 warheads. Iran has Fateh missiles. Iran has Khyber missiles. Iran has Sajil missile. Sajil missile is a solid fuel missile, while all three others are the liquid fuel missile. The solid fuel missile, it means it is harder to harder to intercept. On the other hand, Israel has multiple layered defense system: air defense system, the Air 1 system, the Arrow 2 system, the David Sling system, the THAAD defense system, the Patriot defense system, and the Iron Dome system. So this is the brief overview of what the air defenses are in Israel and what the missile capacity and abilities Iran has. Please do share your thoughts in the comments as well, and do like the channel and subscribe the channel and like the video as well. We are analyzing the social media footages which can be unverified at times purely from educational and documentary point of view, strongly following the YouTube community guidelines. Another story is that let's discuss briefly another story. That is that Iran has basically hidden its highly enriched uranium in underground tunnels several kilometers below the surface of the earth. It is allegedly reported that Iran has hidden its highly enriched uranium, which is 60% enriched uranium, in the underground tunnels many kilometers below Earth, below the ground level. And even the US doesn't has such bunker buster bombs which can penetrate up to that much kilometers. So Iranian uranium is kind of safe now, and they have also closed the entrances to those tunnels. And what that means is that the US is only left with the options of boots on ground if they want to get that uranium, highly enriched 60% uranium. But that option is not on US cards, and that because of many reasons, because of the difficult terrain of Iran, and because of that mountainous regions, and because of that IRGC is 1 million strong and know the guerrilla warfare tactics, and because of that the maintaining the US would be needing nearly 500,000 or 1 million soldiers on the ground, and if they want the ground invasion to be successful and to sustain that invasion as well. They would be needing a huge amount of money, that is billions and billions of dollars. And so these all situations make the ground invasion of by US and troops on ground less likely, but it is not yet off cards. So this was the story that highly enriched uranium is hidden by Iran in underground tunnels, and the tunnels have been sealed. and it is believed that Iran has hidden the highly enriched 60% uranium in the underground tunnels. Please do subscribe the channel and like the video as well, and share your thoughts in the comment as well. These are the visuals when in Iranian ballistic missiles were interceptors were shot at Iranian ballistic missiles. Some of the missiles were intercepted by while others managed to make an impact. These are the visuals when Iranian ballistic missiles with the cluster warheads and multiple warheads were fired towards Israel. Look at those visuals when multiple warheads carrying missiles carrying multiple warheads were fired towards Israel and the US bases as well. Missiles carrying cluster warhead munitions and multiple warheads towards Israel. The latest visuals. Please do subscribe the channel and like the video as well, and please do subscribe the channel and like the video as well, and share your thoughts in comment as well. These are cluster warheads and Iranian missiles. We are providing you educational and documentary point of view on these unverified visuals, strongly following the YouTube community guidelines. If you don't have any question, this is it for now, and we will be returning when we will be having some more news. We will be returning after when we will get more news. Thank you for following us, and thank you for watching, and thank you for liking and subscribing this channel. Before we leave, we end with the request that please do like the channel and do subscribe the channel as well, and we will return and when we get more news, and after that we will return when we will have some more news as well. Let's refresh before leaving. And Qatari Foreign Minister spoke says that no attacks merited alerts in recent days. Israeli army says it struck IRGC intel headquarters in Tehran. Israeli army says it has struck IRGC intel headquarters in Tehran. Source Al Jazeera. Breaking news. Explosions are reported in Tehran. UAE says EU president calls for opening of Strait of Hormuz, ending a war in Middle East. European Union president calls for opening of Hormuz Strait, ending war in Middle East. Iran's army says production sites will be targeted. Hezbollah says that it has carried out artillery attacks on Israeli soldiers in Lebanon. Hezbollah says that it has carried out artillery attacks on Israeli soldiers. Hezbollah says that it has attacked on Israeli soldiers, artillery attacks on Israeli soldiers as well in Lebanon. So this is it for now, and thank you for joining us. Take care of yourselves.